Yo, Still Mills, what's the deal, man? I just dropped my daughter off at daycare, man, and I'm heading back home. But before I head home, I'm gonna chop it up with y'all about what we saw yesterday on that IG Live with Bud, man. The cat has been pretty much left out of the bag, man. Now I'm hearing people, being pretty precautious on, the company that allegedly offered them, willing to put up $50 million for the fight, when honestly it isn't even a $50 million fight. I can understand why people would say, would feel pretentious about that, man. But I also feel like at this point, you go for it. At this point, you go for it, man. Spence isn't getting 25 million, man. Like, even, the fact that man down promotions and all that shit, man, get the fuck out of here with all that shit. Lions only promotions, get the fuck out of here with all that shit, bro. You cats is y'all answer to somebody, and that's cool. I don't see anything wrong with that. I'm not cut out to be no boss. I'm honestly not. I'd be lying if I said I'm my own boss. Nah, bro. Nah. It's a lot of stress that comes with being a boss. And that stress is something that I'm not willing to go through, put my body through. I don't have no problem working. I honestly don't. So it's not a jab at a nigga for saying, yo, man, you ain't your own boss. But it is a jab when you gotta tell a motherfucker that when they fronting like they are. For him to take that offer to Spence first, like, yo, bro, we got this, let's get to this, man. Let's get to this. You dig? Let's get to this. I got 25 dudes offering 25 M's, man. What's the deal? Let's sit down. Let's really, get into this. And he never called him back. And he take it to Al. And I don't know what it is with Al and how he thinks he's just so much smarter than everybody, man. But he's talking about, why would you want to put a cap on yourself? And my thing is this: the cap is the PBC. The cap is the PBC. How am I with a cap? There's no bigger cap than me not getting a guarantee despite my accolades that I've amassed over my career. You're not giving me a guarantee. I could make $100K for a fight, which is a hell of a lot of money to me, but Bud is a bona fide millionaire and he has a team to pay. There's no bigger cap than getting no guarantee. There's no bigger cap than that. There's no bigger cap. Push it up. There's no bigger cap than than not getting no upside or no pay-per-view, no nothing. So for you to say, why would you put a cap on yourself like that? Just I don't know, man. Sometimes people could say some shit to throw off a motherfucker, despite how illogical and dumb it is, and they'll fall for it because they think that it's so remedial that they think that it's something that they're missing. And it's like, bro, what do you mean exactly? So I'm still confused as to why would you want to put a cap on yourself means. And when he said, man, let's get my lawyer and you and Spence and let's sit down at a table and go over this fight. And he says, oh, that's not how no fight has ever been done like that. Like, done like what? It's no, go ahead and get a, I can iron out what it is I want and need out of this fight. He can iron out what he wants and need out of this fight, so nobody is being misrepresented. It's not shit being done behind closed doors, behind people's backs. It's in our face. It's right here. We can conversate and politic about what it is that we want, that we look to gain out of this fight so we can get it over the line. Oh man, no fight in history has ever been done like that. And like he said, man, no fighter has ever, outside of Kovalev, no fighter has taken no guarantee. No fighter has taken that. So it's the first time for everything, man. So when to me, it's looking like a dude who's just, man, let's get this fight over the line. And as he said, what he said was real deal, man. Like, you want me to chill. I told you I want to fight this year. You want me to chill and miss out on the bag just so we can go into a Spence fight for next year? Like, no, what type of logic is that? I want to fight. I've been telling you I want to fight. You don't want me to fight. So that seems like a you problem, man. And your fans, man, the fact that it's is Spence and PBC fans that's out here really beating the drum on behalf of this man. It's like, yo, I can be transparent in the sense of he didn't name the companies that's putting up the money. I can be transparent on that. I honestly can be. I can understand why somebody would have something to say about that. Like I said before, it's tug of war between both sides. One side is going to do shit that's going to make the other say, yo, man, he running. And the other side is going to be doing the same thing. So, it be like that, man. With nobody wants to believe that their fighter that they're pulling for is the culprit for holding up this fight. They want to place blame on everybody else. They'll run to Twitter and start the slander campaign. You dig? They'll do a whole bunch of other shit. It's like, yo, man, nah, bro. So, like as I've stated before, man, both sides are complicit as far as who, both sides are complicit as their fans conjuring up the culprit in their own minds. So it's like, whatever, man. But as I've said before, I'm following the history of the individuals who have done the most damage to the sport and who is the most logically responsible for this situation playing out the way that it's playing out. And in this case, it's the PBC. You dig? I heard somebody say, why would you want your fighter that you built up to go over there? Like, this is my thing, man. When people, loyalty, right? Blind loyalty can be the death of you, man. Blind loyalty, goddamn, Carlito's Way. That was a prime example of blind loyalty. Not only did he was holding down a lawyer who was looking to get him locked back up, but it put him in a position where he could have got killed by the mob. He ended up getting killed by Benny Blanco from the Bronx, but that's a prime example of blind loyalty. I followed you, I trusted you, I held you down because I figured you had my best interest at heart, so I'm gonna ride or die for you. Just for you to take me on a boat trip so you can smoke the boss and his son. And now I'm out here looking crazy. Like, bro, no, you know what I'm saying? Loyalty has to be a two-way street. And if you are a dude who's loyal and you're not allowing me to go and venture off into other platforms, all right, cool. They have opportunity that you can't give me. So let me go over here. Because even Spence at his best, he's not getting 25 M's from Al. Why wouldn't you want to, yo, man, go get that. Go get that. Especially if you're so confident in him winning. Why is it that Eddie Hearn is the only one who's willing to allow one of his fighters to go over there and get money with somebody else, bro? This is why we brag on Eddie Hearn the way that we do. This is why. Go ahead and send Andre over to goddamn PBC. Let him go over there and fight Charlo. Let him do that. I think it's ridiculous, man, that we are even when him doing that, it's people who was blaming Eddie Hearn for not being able to do right by Andre. And it's like, bro, eventually the fighter that you're targeting has to say yes to the fight. If somebody is willing to allow you to go, to cross over to another platform to get a fight, how is that him not doing right by you? It's just ridiculous, man. Anything to show Al in a positive light, because y'all just refuse to see this man for what he is, bro. He's not a messiah. He is not a messiah. And the whole, why would you put a cap? I'm just really baffled by why would you put a cap on yourself? What type, that is the most illogical. What do you mean cap? I think that baffled me more than anything, bro. What are you talking about? Why would you want to put a cap on yourself? As if he's not already done that with trying to get this fight with you. He burnt a bridge of a prominent promotional banner just to show that he wants to fight with Spence. And you've denied him at every turn. And you're talking about why would you want to put a cap on yourself? a cap, bro. Like, what the fuck? What do you mean? What do you mean? And for him to take a, these fighters over there are so just confused, bro, on what it is to me. All skin folk ain't kinfolk, bro. All skin folk ain't kinfolk. Just because that man is black, that does not mean that man is going to look out for your best interest, bro. That's just not what it is. People have really gotten that mindset fucked up. Al Heyman is showing to be a real thorn in the side of boxing, bro. He's not looking out for you fighters. He's not looking out for y'all the way that y'all would like him to do. He's not. He is not. And he has y'all, he has y'all in such a bind mentally and contractually that y'all would hit any sign that somebody is showing, yo, man, look, I got something that Al can't offer you. I'm not even asking you to sign long term with me, man. Let's just get this fight over the line. No, I gotta go to Al. Even though Al is, for one, putting y'all on pay-per-view. Y'all can't make money like that off of the pay-per-views because y'all pay-per-view numbers is not that high. Y'all not making no goddamn 20 M. Y'all not getting $20 million paychecks, bro. It's not happening. It is not happening. I was a victim of that before, I was a victim of that, just somebody wanted, like when I was growing up, I'm a dancer, dog. And coming up, one of my guys who eventually took me to the gym that I go to, he was like a quote-unquote rival crew of ours, and he wasn't even around. Like, yo, these are grown-ass men. We in high school, and the person who formulated our squad was telling us they don't like y'all over there. They want to fight y'all and this and that and the third. I'm like, yo, I was influenced by, the streets as well. I was influenced. I'm around my homeboys and shit like that, so it's still customs that I have that I still hold on to this day. It's still customs that I have that I hold on, that I hold on and carry to this day. But this is an outlet of that as well. I like this. I like being a part of this culture. I like practicing. I like seeing. I like to see how the it's a skill set. You know what I'm saying? I like to see how it's displayed after I've practiced it for so long and put it out in the public. So when I'm with I'm still influenced by where it is that I come from. Like my neighborhood and everything, I'm still influenced by that, man. So it's like, and they're mad at me because I'm influenced by it because of my parents being Christians. So it's like, all right, cool. This is another outlet for me to somewhat, step away from that. Just for me to get this is gangbanging right here. You're telling me these niggas don't like us, and they want to fight us in some more shit. And they're looking at us like, bro, no, we do shit with the radio. Why wouldn't you want your name? Why wouldn't you want your squad to be associated with the radio, man? When we bring rappers up here, that's opportunity to perform for rappers and all that shit. And we eventually started doing school tours and everything around the city, just shit like that. It's opportunity where you can put your craft on display in front of the city. Why would you want to hinder that? And this is what my bro was telling me, because he's about 5 or 6 years older than me. He's like, we not on no dumb shit. But us being blindly loyal to this individual right here, we disregard all that shit because we thinking in our heart of hearts, she's looking out for us. She has these plans for us. She has our best interests at heart. She, because she's a virtuous woman, she's Stevie Wonder to the bullshit. Like, nah, man, no, I ain't doing that shit, like she wouldn't do that to us. This is a woman of God. She wouldn't do that to us. She wouldn't have us out here beefing with some niggas. She wouldn't do that. Because that goes against her mores as a Christian woman. And sure enough, we was wrong as 2 left feet. We was wrong as 2 left feet. And it came, and I saw it for, and that's what made me, I was like, nah, I gotta separate. And I love her to this day. But that's just the God honest truth, man. Like that, you wasn't necessarily, no, bro. And everybody eventually did the same thing. Like, nah, man, this is counterproductive. This is counterproductive. You can't preach, oh, we ain't no, you can't talk against the gang banging and all that shit and then turn around and then put us in positions as if we're gang banging. You know what I'm saying? That's how, they don't like y'all, they want to fight y'all. These grown men, we soft freshmen and sophomores in high school. These is college kids. You dig? So blind loyalty can put you in position of where it can fuck you out. It can play you out of position. It can fuck you out of opportunities. And in this situation with Al, that's what it's doing to these niggas. It's playing them out of opportunity. It's playing them out of opportunity. Because they have this undying loyalty to this man, and he's proven that he's just incapable of doing certain shit. And for you to go and get a bag on your own, like he's gonna run that game on you. Oh man, you gonna leave me after all this shit I done did for you? What have you done for motherfuckers besides keep niggas on the shelf? Fight 1 time or 2 times a year. Spence is the only nigga over there getting, multi-million, or Wilder. The rest of you niggas is not getting money like that. And even with them two, they not getting money as opposed to, Spence wasn't getting higher guarantees than Bud. Wilder is not getting more money than Joshua. So what exactly am I saying loyal to you for over here? If you my man, this is business at the end of the day. Ain't it a saying or whatever, man? Don't mix business with friendship. So from a business, if you're expecting me, I still have my loyalties to you. But if we talking business, I have to do what's better for me and mine. So why not let me go over there and see what the deal is with this 25 M's? Or why not entertain it? Why not see what the fuck is going on? Why not match it or something? Why not do that? Like I said, I'm not business savvy. I'm honestly not. So maybe what I'm saying is gonna come off as, yo, this nigga don't know what the fuck he talking about. That very much so could be the case. That could be the case. That could definitely be the case, man. But you just have to look at what the deeds of what somebody has been doing for the past 5 and 6 years, and just how game goofy it is. And that's how it's easier to formulate your opinion. When you fuck up so much, eventually the shit is gonna come to the surface, and it's gonna be easier to decipher. And in this case, it's easier to decipher, man. Bud is a dude the dude wants to fight, man. He's been chasing this fight for years. He's consistently called out Spence after all of his fights. Spence just a couple of fights ago was just talking about, man, I'm gonna go home and go back to the farm and tend to my cows and my chickens and all that. That was what Spence was saying. Neither one of them have been, nobody from that stable has been overzealous about getting this fight over the line. So as I've stated before, man, I can understand why somebody would feel some type of way about him, about him saying, oh, it's, we got a company that's willing to put up 25 M's for us to get in the ring, but not saying, not mentioning the company. I get it. I honestly get it. But if this man is about to get 10 M's for a David Avenesian, I think that right there in itself is like, yo, maybe this dude maybe he's on to something. You're getting money from Black Prime, 10 M's to fight David Avenesian, who has no profile up here in America, outside of getting stopped by Cavaliasquez on ESPN, I think. Maybe he's on to something. That's at least entertaining. Y'all niggas want to put a cap on yourself, bro. That is outrageous to me. That is outrageous that somebody would think that lowly of you, like from an intellectual standpoint, to the point where they would even see, like, wow. And y'all fall for this shit hook, line, and sinker, bro. Y'all fall for a hook, line, and sinker. It's just the most ridiculous shit in the world to me. Put a cap on yourself. Why would you want to put a cap on yourself? For the same reason I put on a bigger cap to try and get this fight over the line with you. No guarantee. I'm getting no guarantee on this fight. No guarantee on this fight. But I'm just supposed to trust you. You know what I'm saying? Seeing how you've done all of your other fighters, knowing that you don't even, every TV company that you signed to has went under. They've cut you off. Nah, you're not on Spike. You're not on FS1 no more. You ain't on a multitude of these platforms anymore because you're just incompetent to this business right here. But I'm supposed to trust you. I'm supposed to trust you. Every fight this dude has been doing, just, I don't know, these past year or two, their viewership has been dropping. But I'm supposed to trust you because you think you're the smartest man in the room because you have a degree from goddamn Harvard. No, bro. This is not your lane. This is not your lane. So that a lot of this shit falls on the feet of you PBC stablemates, man, because y'all just refuse to see the bullshit, man. Gervonta Davis is a prime example. Everybody keeps praising Gervonta Davis when he isn't even the highest paid fighter in his division. But because he's under Floyd and the money team and Al Hammond, they will project all type of bullshit onto the fans to show this man in a certain light that he's not standing in. That is wild. That is wild. Gervonta Davis. Oh yeah, you all that, man. Come on, man. Devin Haney, Teofimo, and Lomachenko were getting bigger purses than you, bro. But because you're on pay-per-view, oh man, he fighting on pay-per-view. We fighting on pay-per-view. At this point, all them niggas over there is fighting on pay-per-view. And doing round about the same numbers. Pay-per-view was no longer the privilege that it once was. You niggas is like, okay, cool. What the fuck is a pay-per-view? What the fuck is that? Everybody fighting on pay-per-view. Charles Martin and Luis Ortiz, some of the lowest profile fighters over there that stable has to offer, them niggas fought headline to pay-per-view. Everybody is fighting on pay-per-view. Fighting on pay-per-view is no longer a privilege for them over there. So what exactly is the privilege of staying over there on that side of the street, bro? Like, man, listen. Y'all need to get away from that motherfucker. If a motherfucker will, halt you from going and signing 25 M's out of some bullshit loyal logic. Oh, we loyal, we about loyalty over here, we about loyalty. All right. Oh, don't tell. Damn, they already came and picked up the trash. Damn. But if somebody is leading you astray like that, and your whole concern, your whole thing is loyalty, they're disloyal. You would be disloyal if you went and signed and did what's best for you and your immediate family and your financial future. They would hold this standard of loyalty over you while your promoter isn't reciprocating that same notion. And that's just not somebody that you need to be getting money with in the first place. You really need to rethink what it is that you're doing to yourself, man. So that's all I gotta say, man. I'll get with y'all later. Deuces.